Hi, my people. It's Aaron Intende here. So, today I have a few points I wanna talk to you about because this is the time to apply. So, while applying, I wanna tell you guys the reasons you gonna regret, the mistakes you're making that is gonna make you regret your making during this period. So what are the mistakes you're making and you're gonna regret those mistakes? Guys, several of you are making mistakes willingly and non-willingly. So these mistakes you're making, first of all, they're gonna ruin your Dvlottery process, meaning they might lead you to being denied a visa. Some of you, they might cost you a lot because diversity visa lottery, you have to be true to yourself. If you do any mistake, they're gonna deny your visa, or else they're gonna put you on AP at the end of it all. When you get your interview, you're gonna be put on AP, or they're gonna judge you according to what you have given them. Like, they're gonna judge you, man. So I want you guys to prevent those mistakes. Stop doing those mistakes. If you did it, you have to know it. You have to know that you did that mistake, so you can live with it. So that you won't do it again. So these are the mistakes you have done. First of all, there are around 12 mistakes. So one of the worst mistakes you've done is name mistakes. The names you have given to the diverse visa are different from your names. Man, that indicates that it's a different person. Man, you have to know this. Like, you have to be true to yourself. Use your names from your credentials or use your names from your passport. As simple as that. Don't play around with your names, because when it comes to your names, you have to use, if you have two names, indicate two names. If you have three names, indicate three names. As written on your passport, as written on your education certificate. That is what is needed. So the third mistake is not including your family members. Man, those of you who are not including your family members are doing yourselves a big mistake. Which kind of family members? I mean your child and your wife, if you're married. If you're not married, don't include your wife, just include your kids. If you're married, you can include your wife and include her kids or your stepkids. Then the fifth point is adding a child who is not yours. Adding a child who is not yours is a very huge mistake. Adding a child who is not yours is like you're trying to smuggle a kid to USA, and this is not allowed. This is not acceptable. Adding a child who is not yours is unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. Then this takes me to another point of saying you're married without legal documents. Without a marriage certificate, how could you be married? Man, have you ever seen a married person who has no marriage certificate? So you're there applying, like you're applying as married without a marriage certificate. That's so funny. So don't do that to yourself. If you did it, just accept your mistake, and you have to know your mistake and you have to own it. Yeah, you might lose your chance just saying you're married and you're not seriously and you're not married. When you're married, you have to have a legal document. If you're not married, guys, you have to get a way to prove you were married before the Dvlottery entry. So, and this is the same thing which goes to those who are saying they're single yet they are married. Just because you have issues in your marriage, you want to apply when that you are single. And when it comes to the interview, when they ask you, you'll be like, okay, I did this because of so and so. There is not taking care of me. The husband is not taking care of his kids, or he's lost. I don't know where he is. You have to, if you're married, let it be that you're married. After that, you just say in your DS260, like after being selected, you can say, I'm not taking what? I'm not taking this person. They will not ask you more about him. Only his name and his date of birth they might ask. But they will not ask like, why are you not taking him, blah, blah. No, you just say, I'm not taking him. Or I'm not taking her. So the other thing, applying when your country is not allowed to participate. For example, if you're an Indian, you are a Nigerian and you apply, unknowingly or knowingly, man, they're gonna disqualify you at the end of the day. There are some scenarios where you can be accepted. For example, you're claiming legibility from your spouse's country. Like, for example, your spouse is a principal applicant, or you're married to a person from a country which is allowed. Like, you're Nigerian, you're married to a Ugandan, or you're married to a Ghanaian, so, or a Cameroonian. You can claim legibility from the country of your spouse. So you can say, now I'm no longer a Nigerian, I'm a Cameroonian, or I'm a Ghanaian because my spouse married me. After marriage, you can claim like the other person's country, since you can even get a passport from his country. So it's a long topic about that. So the other point is applying yet you don't have qualifying documents. Man, you guys are doing a very good favor to being denied a visa. Or you are doing yourself a favor to wasting your time. Some of you don't have documents which are necessary for you to apply. Which kind of document? They ask you, if you don't have a high school equivalent, don't bother. If you don't have a working experience, which is allowed, there's certain working experience, like there are certain jobs which they look at, like is it level 4, like level 4 zone in the USA. There is a website you can go to, you can put your job, like if you are a technician, like if you're a physician, you can put your job, then they will tell like this is level 4, level 3, level whatever level. But there are certain levels that are limiting. Like if you cannot reach, if your job is not among that level zone, you cannot be given an immigrant visa. So you guys, you have to know more about that. You just go to your dvlottery.state.gov. There is more information about that. The other thing, not using the right passport photo. This is a major issue with the Dvlottery entry. If you don't use a genuine American passport photo, which has the required qualifications, like the passport photo has to have a white background, it has to have no shadows in your face, look straight in the camera, no glasses, no cape. So if you are like having a cape, you are having shadows in your passport photo, man, you're gonna be disqualified. That's why I'm telling you, those are the mistakes you guys are doing. Those mistakes, they are gonna ruin your progress, your Dvlottery progress. So the other point is adding a family member who is not part of your family. Those of you that Kenyans, the Ugandans, the Cameroonian, Ghanaian, Zimbabwe, the Nepalese. If you're adding a family member just because you've been taking care of her, you don't want to leave her when things go well for you, like when they select you, you don't want to leave that kid, or you're planning to add someone who is not part of your family. When I talk about family, I mean your child, your wife. If you don't have documents to show that that is your kid, man, don't add them. If you added them, that is a very huge mistake. So, guys, I'm talking about the mistakes which you all guys have done that are gonna ruin your situation. And the last one, I have two more last one. Adding a child who is below 21 years. Adding a child who is above, it's not below, it's above 21 years. That is my last point. Like, if you add a child who is above 21 years, man, you're doing yourself a favor to being denied a visa. They're gonna deny you, they're gonna disqualify your application, they're gonna disregard your application, whatever the progress of your application. So, guys, don't mess up with Dvlottery instructions. Don't add a child. If that child is above 21 years, don't add him. All right, guys. If I'm not clear in any points I've mentioned, you can go down to the comments and we talk. You comment so we can talk. It's Aaron Intende, and I love you guys. See you. How are you? You guys are having fun. How old is he? How old? How old is he? 3 years?
3. Yeah.
Oh.
3. What are you saying? 3.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye. I love you.